must study. Don't say we don't have a time or we will study everything in end of the sessions completed. So last day we will study and next day we will attend interview. You can't study, guys. So 1 second. Record this one. DHCP. What is DHCP? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Guys, anybody remember port number for DHCP?
67 or 68?
67, 68. Very good. Okay, what is this DHCP is do? DHCP, oh, someone. Some are left, some are there. Okay, so what is this DHCP? DHCP server. This is DHCP server. What DHCP server will do? In DHCP server has a range of IP addresses. DHCP server has some range. For example, 192.168. In my thing, okay, so 100 to 192.168.2.200, for example. Just for example, total almost like 100 IP addresses, 101 IP addresses are there. This is the range starting, ending. Okay, this is a DHCP server. Next, I'm going to ncpa.cpl. Okay, no problem. Actually, now only we started. Okay, I took half an hour time to explain. Not explanation. This one. Okay, okay. So this is my network adapters. Okay, guys. This is my network adapter. This is my Wi-Fi. I'm going to status details. So can you see DHCP enabled yes, DHCP enabled yes. So it means get IP from DHCP server. DHCP server address is this one. DHCP server address is this one. DHCP enabled yes means take IP from DHCP server only. Don't no manual. DHCP server IP address it is. So I'm not giving IP address anyway. So I'm going to some other adapter. So because I don't want to touch my adapter for changing anything, I'm going to details. See, DHCP server is S. DHCP enabled is S. Okay, and then I got some different IP address because I don't have any separate DHCP server here. I'm enabling this one also because this is some manual something is there. No. What it is? No. Where it gone? Yeah, here it is. VMNet 3 details. This is also showing DHCP enabled. Yes. Okay. So I will do some experiments on it. So I'm going to properties. Okay. I'm going to properties here. See it is IPv4. You can see IPv4 here. Check mark is there and IPv4. Just click on this IPv4 properties. Here you can see two things. First one is obtain IP address automatically. The first one is obtain IP address automatically. It means you will get IP address automatically. automatically. From where? DHCP server. So here it is written in a client side. At client. So in general, I'm telling in a PC. So you see in that one, obtain IP address automatically. From where? From where we will get this IP address? Automatically, you are getting IP address. Get IP address from automatically. You said something good, but from where you will get IP address? From DHCP server. You'll get IP from DHCP server. This is the option. Next, if you see the another option, use following IP address. Use following IP address. Then we should assign some IP address. For example, if I assign some IP address, think like 172.16 0 101 and tab button. Press the tab button. Automatically subnet mask will come up. So we'll discuss that one. What is it is? Okay. Use following IP address. I'm giving IP address. I am giving IP address here. Okay. I'm giving IP address. Click OK. Close and close. Again, I'm going to check the IP address. Can you see DHCP enabled? No. And it's showing IP address. Who given this IP address? I am given. Manually, I given this IP address. DHCP enabled? No. Means don't take IP from DHCP server and assign manually. Assign IP address manually. That is that option. So again, we'll see that option again. IPv4 properties. Okay, use the following IP address. It means manually you should assign IP address. What is that meaning? What is the meaning? Assign IP address manually. Okay, so this is dynamic, this is static. Okay, so there is a different names are there, names are same. Okay, so if you say dynamic IP, nothing but automatic. If you say static, it is nothing but manual. Any name, whenever the different names are using, like tell me your what is your dynamic IP? What is dynamic IP? It is not an automatically assigned IP from DHCP server. Okay, automatic. So it is from you got IP from DHCP server. What is static or a manual? You assign an IP address, constant IP address on yourself. That is called a manual IP address. In generally, we don't use manual IP address until unless so we are assigning it. That's it. Okay. It depends upon you or it depends upon the situations. Like your laptop, we don't assign it. Why? Because of we have a DHCP server. We general public talk about non-technical person. Okay, don't know what is IP address. For them, it is a dynamic IP address. And what network you are using in the system, so we don't know. So you don't know what network in the your LAN. So what happens? So better use a DHCP. So we can easily DHCP will assign IP address to you. So mobile phone. So compulsory dynamic IP address. Okay. So Wi-Fi. So these are all normally. So we'll prefer to go with the DHCP servers only. Okay. Like this. So if you select first one, so get IP from DHCP server. If you select second one, get IP from no, not from. You are manually assigning IP address. So this is how we will get a IP generally from DHCP server. So
Hello,
what is
sir.
the DHCP server? Yeah, tell me.
When we are connecting two PCs with the help of LAN, then we give means when then we follow assign IP address manually.
Oh, very good. Okay, here
Why it
just
is like that?
yes,
Means
something like that. I will give you clarity. So, this is my switch,
So,
not router,
yeah.
switch. Yeah.
So one more question, as Ajinkya said, we assign same IP address or we assign manually the IP address to the computers. So is it like only router is having the IP address and router is holding the NIC card number, but route only there is only router which is having IP address. I think is it so?
Okay. I will tell that thing story. Okay. So someone told one more question. Any rules for assigning IP address? Very good question. Yeah. So first, I will explain this one. So this is a simple network, and I don't have any DHCP server. So the condition is no DHCP server. I don't have any DHCP and no connection, no communication. So what I will do, I'll go to each and every PC. I will assign an IP address. I will go to each and every PC. I will assign an IP address, right? So manually. Okay. So how to assign IP address manually? Like you have to choose how many PCs are there based on that which class. Okay, and it's in a private, so private IP address range because we didn't complete the IP addresses. Okay, so we have to choose what range of IP addresses we have to choose. So then we have to keep network portion and host portion, like something like for example, first first PC like 10.0.0.1, second PC 10.0.0.2, 10.0.0.3, 10.0.0. So we will go to that one later. Okay, but so I try to understand. Just manually I assign this one, and there is no other network, no problem because we are manually knows our PCs, our how many systems are there. Just we assign each place. Go to use following IP address and assign IP addresses manually. Okay, so this is manual part. We don't have any DHCP server. First, second. Okay, this is the first one. So this is like manual. Why we use a manual? What like we have a small number of computers, like a 2, 3, 4, or a 10. So we have an idea of IP address thing. So we can assign manually. You don't have any DHCP server and assign manually. For example, I have a DHCP server. This is a DHCP server, means server. Okay, not router server. It is server. This is my DHCP server. Now I have a DHCP server. In a DHCP server, there is a range mentioned. For example, 172.16.0.10 to 172.16.0.50, something around. I put a 40 IP addresses here. This is starting range, and this is um, full range. Okay. So what happened here? I went to each PC. I went to each PC. I will select the first option. What is the first option? Obtain IP address automatically. So I select the first option for each and every PC. Okay. Um, each and every PC, I select the first option only. In the network adapter, I select first option, not the second one. So I change from second to first option. So like this. This is the manually configure. This is manual assigning. I change it to like this. Obtain IP address automatically. Just click OK, close. Then it will try to get IP from DHCP. So you can see DHCP enabled S. So that is a make sure that you should that one. So here first option you have to select it. Okay. Then what happened? Then what happened? These PCs. So I use a brown color here. This PC will send a request. I'm very simply telling there is a lot of broadcasting kind of stuff is there. So that will kill your interest and listening capabilities also. So later when we start DHCP, then I will tell all the broadcasting thing. Okay, so this PCs, for example, this is PC A, is send a request to DHCP server. Okay, so there is a discovery packet is there. So it try to discover where is the DHCP server. Okay, where is the DHCP server? It try to send a packet. So when DHCP server receive it, okay, it will understand, okay, APC need a IP address. APC need a IP address. Now DHCP server send a offer. DHCP send a offer. It send a discovery packet to discover where is DHCP server, and it send an offer to our PC. Then what happen? This DHCP, the client take the offer and send a request again. Again request. Okay. It requests the DHCP server. Yes, I want the IP address, and it is give a IP address to client with the other details. Okay. So discover, offer, this is request, and finally acknowledgement. This is called a DORA process. Okay, this is called a DORA process. Discover, offer, request, acknowledgement. So this is the process of DHCP. Again, I'm going to repeat from starting. So this is a PC name is A. It send a request, discovery packet, like it send a request to DHCP server like discovery. Find out where is the DHCP server. DHCP server, yes, APC want an IP address, and then it will give you a offer. So what is offer? IP offer. For example, this is first IP, right? So do you want a .10 IP address? Yes, I want it. Then it will assign the IP address. Now this PC is become 1.10, and the next one is a BPC. BPC also doing same thing. BPC, PCB send a request to DHCP. Just forget about that DORA process. Okay, I will explain it, very important one, but we'll see that one very simple way. Simple way, just like a layman terms. Just go with layman kind of stuff. Okay, PCA PCA send a request to DHCP. I want IP address. DHCP server will give an IP address. Like there is a 0.10. This is a IP address. Next, BPC. BPC send a request. BPC send a request to server. I want IP address. Take 0.11. What is 0.11? 172.16.0.10, 172.16.0.11. So that big one is there, but I am not writing entire thing. Next, B. This is C. This is D. Here, APC started first. I switch on the APC, then BPC, then DPC, then DPC. So DPC also send a request. I got 0.12, means 172.16.0.12. Now I started CPC. Then CPC also send a request to DHCP. I got 0.13. It means 172.16.0.13. Like this. Dynamic means, so based on which device come first, they got IP address. Generally, dynamic means I started a APC and then BPC, DPC, CPC. So each PC get assigned with an IP address by your DHCP server. So here network range is depends upon your DHCP server only, not depends upon your client. So it depends upon your server. The server will assign IP address to you. How it will assign? You have to send a request, then only you will get a IP address. Okay. So this is how you will get a IP address from DHCP server. Okay. So depends upon your DHCP server IP address configuration only you are getting IP address. So this is the simple thing. So dynamic. So when you choose this one, you will get IP from DHCP. If you don't have a DHCP, you have to do manually. Yes.
So, sir, in this case, every time we turn on our PCs, we will get a different IP.
Yes, possible. Yeah.
Okay.
There is IP address only if you are connected to network. Yeah. There is IP address only if we are connected to network. Is it so far? Yes. When you connected to the network only, you will get an IP address. In a DHCP, mainly in DHCP, if you are connected, then only you will get IP from DHCP. If you are not connected, if you are disconnected, no DHCP, uh, no IP address, sorry, no IP address. We'll see from here. See, this is my actual Ethernet. I didn't connect, no wire connection, nothing. Okay, this is Wi-Fi is connected, but Ethernet is not connected. See, here it is. Even status is also not showing here. Even status is also not showing here. Visible, right? Status is also not there. I go to the properties. Yeah, this is the properties, Ethernet properties. Go to IPv4 properties. Obtain IP address manually, or sorry, automatically. First one. So, but still there is no IP address assigned to this one because not connected. No, not connected means no IP from remotely, right? Next, manual IP address. If you assign in a manual manner, some IP address, any manually assigned IP address. We'll see what will happen. Still not showing a status. See, status is disabled because no connection, no status. But IP address is there. But what is the use of this IP address? Nothing. No use of IP addresses. It is there, but still no use. We are not connected to anything. We are not connected to anything. I'm not connected internally. I'm not connected externally also. Okay, so that's a different point. Okay, so no wire connection, not connected. So no connected, whether it is manually or anything. This is connected, so no cross mark. Where it is connected is a virtual adapter. So you can see the status also. It's a virtual adapter. It's not required to connect anywhere, but it got a some IP address. Some IP address. This is having a reason why it is 169. I will tell that. Okay. But you can see that IP address. Okay. It is virtual adapter, so we don't require wire or wireless kind of stuff. It is automatically connected. So here it is showing details. See, this is I have an IP address. I got it from DHCP server. Clearly it mentions. How do you know you got IP from DHCP? How do you know you got IP from DHCP? DHCP enable S first. Second, you can see DHCP server address. Okay, so that is the thing. Here in this one, DHCP enable S, but can you see DHCP server address here? No. It means obviously this IP not from actual DHCP server. This IP you got it from self signed it is. I will tell that one automatic IP configuration. Okay. Again, I will tell this. That's the point is there. So this is how very basic way I told. Okay, but actually there is a DORA process is there in DHCP. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. If you have a DHCP server, you'll get IP from DHCP server directly. If you don't have a DHCP server, you should assign manually. That's the first one. Second one, if you choose the first one option, but you don't have a DHCP server. If you choose the first one, but you don't have a DHCP server, you will get this kind of, oh, I closed this one. Yeah, I showed that one, right? So like 169 series, you will get that one. But which is your DHCP server? In this diagram, this is the DHCP server. But in your home, which one is your DHCP server? In your home, if you are connected to Wi-Fi, who is your DHCP server in your home network? Which one is your router? Your router is also act like a DHCP server. Router is also act like a DHCP server by default. Okay, when you are connected to the router, okay, so the router is act like a DHCP server and DNS server by generally by default. Okay, your Wi-Fi routers. So your Wi-Fi router or a router internally the mechanism programming is there. There will tell IP address. Okay, so what IP address range it should give? What IP address range we are using here? The IP address range is depends upon DHCP server IP address. Okay, what IP we should range? What IP address range or what IP address class we should use it? That is called a planning. You have to plan according to what IP address we should use it. Okay, what type of IP? One second. One second, guys, just wait. Okay, where are we? Okay, this is how you will get an IP address from DHCP server. But in generally, your router is act like a DHCP server. If you want to know why I'm getting this kind of IP address, okay, so you can go to your CMD or this one control panel thing. Why I'm getting this IP address? Why I'm not getting different kind of IP address? So there's a two questions. So one is like you have to see, yeah, your Doggle also act like a okay. There is two questions. How DHCP will assign IP address? How will assume that which class address will be assigned to a device? Likely every DHCP server has the same IP address range. IP address is assigned within that range. Please explain. Okay, very good. That's a good question. So Doggle also act like as a DHCP server. Actually, yes. When you connect a Doggle, that USB Doggle kind of stuff, there is a two parts. One is a modem part, another one is a LAN part is there. So when you connect it, so it establishes the connections. So there is a two things like when you are connected to 4G network, think like connect with the 4G connection, like mobile phone 4G. Then check your IP address. So definitely the IP address based on your tower connectivity, based on that only your service provider, Airtel, Jio, whatever it is, the based on service provider, they tower only assign IP address to you directly. Okay, same thing will happen with the Dongle is directly connected to your mobile network. Okay, so normal mobile network, Airtel or Idea, Vodafone or Jio connected. Once connection is established, so depends upon that, we will get it. But Dongle, as I think it will based on connectivity only, you will get IP address. Dongle don't act like a DHCP server actually, because one single device, it's a single device type. Router, Wi-Fi routers are Wi-Fi, Geo Wi-Fi's, Airtel Wi-Fi's. The device you can directly connect, plug in, and if you switch on it, automatically you will get IP address from there. You're connected like multiple devices, you can be able to connect to your Geo Wi-Fi or Airtel Wi-Fi thing. That is definitely act like a DHCP server. Okay, that is Gaurav's. And okay, we'll see here. I have a router, right? So one nine, yeah, this is my router IP address. I know it. Okay, that's why I open. So I'm logging to my IP Wi-Fi. You can see here, if you are using a Wi-Fi D-Link or anything, just check it in the bottom how to log in. Okay, so now it is running. Advanced. Yeah, this is a router status. This is a LAN setting. Router status means it's two parts. One is connected to internet part, connected to LAN. My side is LAN, other side is WAN. So I'm going to LAN connectivity. So it is showing, see, it is IP address is 192.168.2.1, and this is my subnet mask. Okay, uh, and it will assign based on that range only. So I have to go to Wi-Fi extensions, time zone. Where is the Wi-Fi thing? I will go router status. Still, it is a LAN status is showing like this only. This is LAN side. This is WAN side. See, this is also got IP address. See, this is also you can see WAN status also getting IP address. This is different IP. Can you see? This is a different IP, and this is different IP. This is my local, my laptop, my mobile phone. Everything is in this IP range only. Last part will change, but the first three are same network. Okay, this is my router IP address, and everything connected inside of my LAN runs with this one network. But this is also got IP address. Who given this IP address? This is given by the provider, service provider. Once connection is established, they'll give an IP address here. Different type of IP addresses for WAN connectivity. Of course, this is a private IP address only, but so they will establish once the connection is done from ISP provider to my routers. This is the connection. This is my router IP and router to me, this side. So WAN side, LAN side, two sides are there. But I want to see Wi-Fi DHCP thing. Yeah, yeah. This is a DHCP. DHCP IP address pool. Can you see the first three are like my IP, my router IP address only 192.168.2, but range is 100 and 250. So they given a range is 100 to 250. Okay, 100 to 250. This is the range. Okay, so based on this range only, we are getting IP address. So there is a random IP address is selected like different IP addresses. Honor 7C. Oh, okay, someone's. It's not mine. Okay, see here it is. This is my laptop, and I got IP address is 224. Okay, so this is, that's why I'm getting constant. This is my laptop MAC address. This is bind, cancel, like that. You can bind it, so always you will get a same IP address. Why I'm getting same IP address daily also I will tell, but understand DHCP IP address pool. This is first three are constant, and 10 sorry 100 to 250 range. This is how we can check it. I'm logging out, so if you have a doubt again I will see that one again. So this is my Wi-Fi adapter. Can you see? I got a IP address in that range only, 100 to 250 range only. So why we are getting different IP to our PCs? So, okay, so why we got IP different IP addresses in a different timing? So we'll see that one. I start my PC A and I got an IP address here as per this one. First is 10, and I start PC C next day. Tomorrow I start my PC C. Then I got 11 here, and I started a PC B. Then I got a 12. I went to the D. I start D. Then I got a 13. Okay, so I got these IP addresses randomly, but A got a same IP address. B, C, D got a different IP address. It's a possibility. First one. Second one. Again, we'll remove all these IP addresses. Okay. Now A, B, C, D. When A got an IP address, in a DHCP, it will list APC. It means A's MAC address, APC, and A's MAC address. So it will understand the names also, because NetBIOS, APC, A's MAC address, and then assigned IP address is 10. Assigned IP address is 10 in DHCP server. BPC, B's MAC address, and then 0.11, for example. It is assigned like this. It's 11. It is 13 as per the previous scenario. So this is 12. CPC and MAC address 0.13. Why I took a different part instead of taking 11, 12, 13? Nothing, just for don't think always straight line, think in some different ways also. Okay, not always happen same way. Sometimes happens different scenarios are there. That's why to indicate a change the pattern. That's it. Okay, so in the DHCP server it will list this IP, sorry, this PC, this IP address, this PC, this IP address, this PC, this IP address, and it maintain a lease period also. We can see here status details. You can see lease period, uptime, expire, uptime, expire. So when it is uptime, 3rd April. When it is expire, 4th April. Again tomorrow morning 9:37, up to that one. In the list, in this list, these IP addresses are there. Anyway, tomorrow morning I will open and it will continue that one. It will continue, because so many days I am using same IP again and again and again. So what happened? It is fixed in a router. Router is continuously working. Router is not switch off, right? So how to switch off router, and then my PC, it may clear all the previous data. Okay, so you have to reset our router. Better to reset your router, then it will clear. You have to clear the cache things in a router also. Okay, then it will remove all the things. I have to check it how to clear also, because not only these IP addresses, lot of IP addresses are stored inside. Okay, what this router is doing, it's storing that IP addresses, whether it is connected, not connected. So it is storing lot of IP addresses here. So you can see this is a Redmi Note. Whether they are connected or not, I don't know, but the IP is there already, like this. I don't know which is one is a star 168. I think my Lenovo phone. Okay, and here it is my desktop. I think okay, that is 211. Honor, the person is not at all using. So you can see here home. How many are connected? Okay, Redmi Note is connected. This four only connected. Honor is not connected, but it is still showing that IP address, right? So I can disconnect it. But see, it is my mobile phone, my another mobile phone. This is, and this is my system, my laptop, and this one. Desktop is not on. If I switch on the desktop, it will show here. Okay. My point is very simple thing. It is router or a DHCP server, sometimes it stores the previous allocated data, previously allocated. For example, last year I went to my hometown and I came back almost like a 45 days, completely turn off this one, my router and all, and I came back. I got same IP address. I got 222, 224, same IP address. I got it again because of this DHCP thing is stored based on my MAC address, and this one it is stored inside, and it is giving same IP. So if you got same IP every day, or if you got a different IP address, there is nothing. Just you got an IP address. If you want directly every day, you want same IP address, you have to reserve it. You have to reserve. Here you have to tell I want same address every day. For example, B want to get 11 every day. So you have to tell in a DHCP server, always get same IP. Always get same IP. That binding option is there now. You have to bind it. So when B send a request, give this IP address only. Don't give this IP to anyone. So you have to bind it by default, or by generally. I'm telling. So you have to bind it. So when always B will get same IP address. Like that we can bind it. Another option is, of course, DHCP based on yesterday what IP you got it. So your DHCP will give you same IP address sometimes, because it's a MAC and IP address assigning list cache data, because of the DHCP has some cache data. It try to give you same IP address. Sometimes it will clear the cache. It clear the cache things, no binding. You will get different IP. You'll get different IP. But one is important, that is the sequence. This network won't change. What are the sequence we are given? The sequence won't change. Starting from 10 or starting from 100. So whatever it is, it will assign like that only. Okay. We'll go to any other questions. Again, we assign address manually from range provided by router. Like your range is, so we can assign manual IP within that range. Yes, yes, you can give a manual. Okay, that's the confusing part. Okay. Now, Win server is different. Win server is different from DHCP. Win server is like a DNS server. Okay, Win server is like a DNS server. It's naming server. Win server is a naming server. DHCP is a IP server type. Provide IP address. It's a name to IP. It's only IP. Like your ranges was 100 to 50. So can we assign manual IP within that range? Yes, it is. Yes, it totally become DHCP class now. No problem. No problem. Because it's also will give you a lot of details by asking questions. Okay. So here, this is my range. For example, 10 to 50 is my range. Now, dynamically here I got a 10. Dynamically I got 11. What I done, go to C and I given a 15 manually. I assign manually 15 here. You got a 12. That's it. No problem. For example, we'll go to another example. More dangerous example. We'll go. Okay, this is dynamically got a 10. This is dynamically got 11. I assign a 12 here manually. I assign 12 manually. Now this is will get automatically 13. This is the manual one. This is the manual one, not automatic. This is the manual one. So I assign 12 here, and it is got 13 automatically. Because, as for the order 10, 11, 12, we should get it, but we won't get a 12 here. You got 13. Why? Because of DHCP also assign like 10, 11. For example, this is 12, because as a pool 1 by 1, 10, 11, 12 is assigned here. But when this PC is also 12, what it will do? It will immediately change this 1 to 13. 12 to 13 automatically it will change. So if in the network already 12 is existing, you don't go to it. But better not to use like that. Better to use, if you are assign manually, better not to assign in a range. Better not to assign in a range. Okay, this is a range 10 to 50. Better here you can use 51 or 60. Use 60. Okay, this is 12. Use better to use 51 or 60, 61, 62, 8, 9. Manually, if you want to assign, better to assign out of range. That is a better one. If you assign within the range 10 to 50, within the range, okay, for example, you assign a 30, you can assign it also, no problem, but better not to do it. It automatically sends it. So auto correction is also there. If any IP is existing manually in the network, DHCP won't assign that IP address to anyone. Okay, DHCP won't assign that IP address to anyone. Okay, that is the answer. Okay, Win server is not like a DHCP server. Win server is a naming server, name to IP address server. Sometimes you will get a same IP address, sometimes you will get a different IP address from DHCP server. Because of DHCP server is try to store IP address based on the lease duration. First is the lease duration, second one is the list is maintained in a cache mode. Okay, list is maintaining in a cache mode. So whenever a system is connected, automatically got a same IP address based on your MAC address and your PC. Okay, so that's why you'll get a same IP usually. If you got different IP, means your DHCP server not storing your list of data, it is clearing that caches. It's clearing that caches. That's why you are not getting same IP daily. Okay, and if you are assigned manually, if you are assigned manually an IP address to your APC, that IP won't given to anyone. DHCP won't give that IP address to anyone. So why it is not giving? Because conflicts. Because of conflict. Conflict will occur if same PC, if two PCs are having a same IP address, conflict occur. For example, I am trying to assign manually now. Okay, manually. So I assign 11 manually here and 11 manually here. So what happened? Because of manual IP address, so compulsory it should follow that one. Because two PCs are having same IP, conflict will occur. Means this is won't communicate to anybody. This is won't communicated to anybody. That is called conflict. DHCP avoids the conflict. DHCP avoid the conflict. Conflicts will be avoided using DHCP server. If you assign same IP to say two PCs, two or more PCs, conflict will occur. if conflict is occurs, then immediately you have to find out those PCs and change the IP address. Using of DHCP, conflict won't occur. It will avoid the conflict. Even though if you are using one of the PC with static IP, conflict will remove. Okay. Still, you want to see how it is works? Also, I can show you. But it is become big class. That's why I am trying to avoid more thing. So it won't. This is a packet tracer. Is a simulator for understanding network and how packet is traveling from your client to domain kind of stuff. Okay. It is very useful. You can download it very easily from Cisco itself. Okay, so this is a switch. I put a switch here. This is a switch. Okay, and these are a PCs, computers. If you want, you can change the names also. Just I took a 4 PCs. I'm connecting their LAN. So Ethernet, fast Ethernet. Don't worry how I done or how to do it. If you already knows, it is okay. If you don't know, it is also okay. No problem. Okay. Now the connection status. When you connect a wire, it is trying to check the connection status. Okay. That's done. Okay. This is done. So green light means enter link is established. Now it is establishing the connections. Okay. Electrical. So I'm going to one of the PC desktop IP configuration. See, no IP address. It is in a static mode. I'm changing to dynamic mode. We try to get IP address. I'm changing to dynamic mode. It's try to get IP address here. Okay, I only change it for first two only. This is I not changing. This is still in a static mode only. So this is in a static mode only. I'm not changing this one. So I got some IP address. See 169.254. If you got this IP address, this is called APIPA address. Means self-signed IP address, not a Butler IP address. Okay, it's a self-signed IP address. Means PC will assign its own IP address. PC will assign itself an IP address. That is called a APIPA address, automatic private IP address. Automatic private IP address. Look at this 169.254. Okay. Now I will use a server. So there are a lot of advantage here. Generic server. I am connecting my server. Just a server it is. You can connect anywhere, no problem. Okay. So this is a generic server, means you can make this server as anything. Configure. Interface, static IP address. I'm assigning some IP address here. Anything you can do it. 192.168, 1.200 subnet mask. So this should have a IP address, right? So that is it. Next, services or DHCP service. See, automatically, see, start IP is in a 1. Start IP is already 1. Okay. Why? Because of here I given 1.200. So 1, it's automatically these three are same. For example, if I give 10, okay, assigning server IP is 10. Here 192.168.10.200. Now it will be changed. Why it is not changing? Yeah, it is there. Very good. Then it not yet changing. Yes, see, now it is changed to 10. So like that. Okay. And I'm giving a range here. So I'm giving a range is like a starting range is 10. Don't start with 1, start with a 10 only. DNS server, if you want to give DNS server, you can give. Otherwise, we'll see that one later. Service is on. Okay, that's it. So I'm giving a range from starting with the 10 only. It won't show any complete pool range. It is showing 10 only. So this is in a DHCP, right? It is showing like this. I convert into static, change it to dynamic. Wait. So you got a IP address. But I given starting range 10, but it is not working like that. So I will change it again. I will check it once again. Service DHCP 10. I said 10. Otherwise 100 is better one. Off, on, or restart the service, anything. This is the pool. It is not showing anything here. Okay. Yeah, it is keep on resetting itself. Yes. 100 and pool name is already existed. I'll put a pool 1. Okay. Then save it. Why it is not showing anything? Let me see. Yeah, you got it anyway 1. Okay, it is not working as per me. But if you see, you got an IP address here automatically. And if you go to this one, still it is showing an IP. Okay, you got automatically 2. Automatically 2. Here I'm assigning an IP address 10.2. It is throwing an error actually. It's already in the used in a network. Manually cannot able to configure it, but because it's a simulator, so we have to use its rules only. 3. 3 is we can assign. Statically I assigned it. Okay. So understand. The automatically 1. Automatically 1. Automatically 2. But this is manually 3. Manually 3. So what will happen to this PC? So I'm changing to DHCP. Wait. It got 3. So that is 3. This is 3. Problem is conflict will occur. Conflict will occur, right? So why it is 2.3? No, 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 no. 10.3. That's a 10.3. I done a mistake here. Now I put a static. Close it. Close it. Now I will do it. 92, 168, 10.3. 3. Okay, accepting that one, right? Manually I assign this one. Now I change it to dynamic. What will happen? Yeah, I got 4. See? Okay, I got 4. So guys, if you see here, it is 1 from DHCP server. I got a 1. I got a 2 here, and I assigned 3, and I got 4 here. It means DHCP server will check it. If any conflict is occur, it means 1, 2, 3 should be assigned here. What I done, manually assigned 3 already. So what it do? It went to the 4th one. So it will DHCP server will avoid the conflicts. So to tell that one of the thing is etc. So that is okay here. Understand? So if you assign manually to something, like, you can get it. I think Siddiq, you got answer. Okay, this is guys about your DHCP server. How we are getting an IP address? That is the first point. How we got an IP address? We got an IP address from, in generally, DHCP server only. So in our usual networks, okay, your router or Wi-Fi, Geo Wi-Fi's, Airtel Wi-Fi, these are all providing IP address. If you are connected with a dongle or maybe a mobile network, the service provider there, the nearest tower, so based on that we are getting IP address. ISP to your system is directly connected, then you will get IP from there only. But in a local network, in generally we are get IP from DHCP server only. Okay, so to get IP from DHCP server, okay, to get IP from DHCP server, this is a client and this is a server. Okay, DHCP server. To get IP from DHCP server at a client side, you should select the first option, obtain IP address automatically in the network. Network adapter, use IP address, obtain IP address automatically. That's the first one. Okay, so then only you will get IP address from DHCP server. If you don't have a DHCP server, you should use manual configuration in the network. If you are connected to multiple PCs or want to communicate, multiple PCs want to communicate each other, okay, like this is a switch or a hub are connected here. Okay, so if these three PCs want to communicate each other and you don't have any DHCP server, understand, you don't have any DHCP server, but you have a 3 PCs in the network, you have to assign manually. If you have a DHCP server, you can use DHCP server also. Okay, you can get IP from DHCP server. So that is very useful because of people who don't know about IP addresses. Or another point is also there in not only computers, we have a laptops nowadays, right? You have a laptop, for example, I have a laptop. Okay, I have a laptop one, I connected here. Okay, now I connected, I got IP address. Okay, I assigned manually, no DHCP server, I assigned manually. Very good. Now I went to some place, for example, I am in my room, my home. Okay, I'm in a Pune room. Okay, I have a laptop, I connected here, I got IP from my router, my DHCP server. Then I go to office. For example, Monday onwards, office is there. I went to my office. Okay, and then I got IP from my office DHCP server. Okay, there is a routers are there where I connected. I got IP from there. I went to my hometown. I went to my hometown. I will get IP from there only. From that DHCP server, means that router. If I go to Hyderabad office, then I got IP from Hyderabad office, that router or that DHCP server. Okay, I go to my Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, I go to my sister's. home, then I will get a their IP, because of in my PC I put it in a dynamic way only. Obtain IP address automatically whenever I establish the connection, I got IP address. That is another advantage of DHCP. What is it? You no need to maintain a constant IP address in your system. Wherever you go, wherever you connect it, that local DHCP server will give you an IP address. For example, if I assigned a manual IP address to my PC, if I assign, for example, here I know my network is 192.168.2. Something 224 is there. So manually I configured it. Now I went to my office. I don't get IP from that network. IP network can be different, right? So here I'm using 2 dot series, right? 192.168.2.0. Okay. Here I'm using 192.168 2 dot network. Okay. And in office there are using 1 dot network. In my sister's home it is 0 dot network. In my home again it is 1 dot network. In Hyderabad office is completely different, 172 series. Okay, so there is a lot of PCs are there, that's why they are using 172 series. Okay, uh, okay, so different networks in a different local networks, they are using different IP addresses. If I assign manually to my laptop, so I won't able to connect these networks. I can't able to connect these networks. So that's why we are using dynamic. Again, I have to ask my office people, so what IP address you are using? Again, I have to change manually. And when I go to my hometown, then I have to check what is the network they are using. Again, I have to change manually. So that is, manual changing is okay for me, no problem. But for others, not at all possible, right? So like my father don't know how to change IP address, my mother don't know, my nephew don't know, my sister don't know. My sister may have a knowledge, like she's in the IT field already. Okay, but my brother-in-law or maybe someone. Okay, so people, everybody is think not familiar with IP address and how to assign IP addresses. Okay, like that. So DHCP provide IP address dynamically. That is the advantage of DHCP. One of the advantage is you don't need to configure your own IP in the local network. The DHCP configure IP address to you, and it avoid the conflicts. It avoid the conflicts. Do not obtain same IP address. So it will avoid the conflict by obtaining same IP address. Wrong entrance. One more is there. For example, my IP is 192 168 2 dot 111. This is I want to enter. But what I done, I put a 190 168 2.111. Is it a mistake, right? So which is, so actually I have to put 192, but one I put a 190. Even our batches, like even how many days you take a networking classes, people don't mind about what they are doing. That's the biggest problem in wrong learning part. So how much we teach, how much we given a guideline, people do mistakes. Sometimes people put 172 168 and 0 dot something like that. So this is also okay, but in a next PC you will put a 190 168 and 0 dot something like this. So different IP addresses you are giving, so it won't work. Different network IP addresses you are giving, it won't communicate each other, and you don't mind about it, right? Manually entrance also give you a way, like wrongly we can able to enter the IP address. We may enter IP address wrongly, like here I enter 2 dot series. Okay, this is now 10 dot series, but earlier I given 2.3. So different network. My point is, first one, already I told, DHCP means it will provide IP address to the client automatically. Client get IP address from DHCP server. Second, okay, it avoid the conflicts. If in case same IP address existing in the network, it won't generate manually. Possibility of conflicts are there because two PCs having same IP address, it generate a conflict. It in DHCP it avoid the conflicts. Third one, in manually we may give a wrong IP address by typing, okay, without checking proper network, okay, or maybe by typing you may do mistakes. But in DHCP won't assign wrong IP addresses. It will assign always in the sequence only, in that range only it will assign. Okay, so and next fourth one, if you are change the network, if you change the network from one network to another network, automatically you will get a IP address from that network, IP address. For example, I am here, I got an IP address from my router. I go to my office, I go to Savantis office in Pune, okay, I will get another IP address from that router. The IP address will be changed based on that router, that network only. If I go to Hyderabad office, I will get different IP address or a different IP or a from different router I am getting. So dynamically means when you change the network, automatically you will change with the IP address. So these are the main 4 points of your DHCP. Okay, remember all these things. So how much time I took taken also I don't know. So I will stop this one.